Okay, and we are live for episode 11 of Our Time Is Now. Thanks for tuning in. Got a special guest for you guys today. It's my homeboy, goes by the name of Blane Benté, aka Bravo Blane, aka Bodman Benté, aka that Super Saiyan cat coming through to hit you with the finish 'em fatality flow. Yo, for real, we had a good session last night. Got to chop it up with him in the studio at D Brown Sound Studio, hOur Studios. Got to finish up his EP coming out. We're going to have him on here discussing what he has in the works, what he has planned for you guys. Pretty much projects that's going down, what we have in the works. We got a little something for you as well. I'm about to give him a call. We're just going to shoot the shit as we usually do. Don't forget, Our Time Is Now, baby, right here. Tuned in, subscribe, be sure to click that like button, leave a comment. You know, I'm trying to put you on to great music, to people who I know that are going to do things, not even just music, their craft, whether you're a chef, whether you're an actor, actress, artist, in any type of form, whether you're a painter, a comedian. I don't care what you do, be sure to reach out to me, secure your spot on the show so we can shoot the shit in 1 hour, baby, because our time is now. About to give him a call. Let's get to it. Salute to the dude. Check it out. Yo.
Yo.
What's good, kid?
Nothing much.
Same shit, different day on the grind?
Hell yeah. Hold on, give me 1 sec.
No doubt, bro.
Set it up.
I hear you. Kind of hyped for this, man. Kind of hyped for this.
Wish I had something to smoke myself.
I was just rolling up real quick before the show. I was like, shit, I got like 2 minutes. Let me just roll this shit right quick.
Back.
But yo, what's good, man? Good to have you here, bro. We had a dope session last night. Got this EP you working on.
Indeed.
I was letting them know on the intro, just like I was hitting them with all the aliases and shit. Just like new EP in the works. See what you're talking about. Fucking. But yo, I don't think the people are ready for that. I mean, you're one of the first artists who, when I came to Ithaca initially, who I was actually introduced to through Smacked or however that came about. And I've been trying to do this for a while now, so it's dope that we can actually get it going. Got some projects in the work ourselves, yo.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
You already know the vibes. So, as far as like the live, are we live through Facebook?
Nah, we are not live. We will do this. This will be post production later.
Oh, so you have it recorded in the background?
Yes, sir. I'll have it recorded and I'll fix it up a little bit, put it up like that. But yeah, I mean, just want to talk about, you know, what you got, what your plans are, when your drop is. You let the people know what your drop date is, what the project's called, what they're expecting.
Yeah, let's do that. You know, because so, and, you know, the timing is always important.
Hold up, you broke up a little bit. Say that again, because you broke up a little bit.
I was saying, like, I've always had in mind to do like podcasts and venturing out. So I'm glad I was able to lock that one in with you. And then, yeah, as far as a release, EP, prize winner, you know, we talked about that. You was actually in the whole sesh from top to bottom of combing the tracks. So, you know, I'm trying to set that play for Black Friday. Yeah.
All right. That's going to be a dope release. I got some of your artwork. I started making a flyer for the episode flyer, just using some of your artwork because you know your artwork is next level shit.
Yeah, always.
You know. But fucking, yeah, dude, it was actually dope just to get down to D Brown's yesterday, check the vibe, see what it's about, because I know we've been talking about it, like we said, like for the past year or so, so it was dope to actually get in there. It's funny, because I didn't even recognize him because he had his long hair. Last time I saw him, he had short hair, and it was the summertime.
Yeah.
But fucking...
Brown kind of cavemaned it out now.
It's all good, man. Yo, when you locked in this quarantine, like we said last night too, it was a blessing in disguise. Work on your craft, master what you've been working on. It was kind of a blessing in disguise, gave you a real sense of like, this is the shit I need to be doing, as opposed to this is what I've been doing. It hasn't been working, but now it was refocus time. Yeah. Rezone, rechannel that energy. Fucking, I got these, PodDecks. This is one of my sponsors for the show. These are the shits I was telling you about that we're gonna get into. Fucking, what I do is we'll start it off with the segment for the I forget. I haven't done this segment in a couple episodes. I kind of forgot blame the cards. That's what I called it. Blame the cards, because I'm just pulling them out the pack. I bought the pack, didn't shuffle them. I just been going 3 cards at a time per episode that I've used them, so I don't even know what these cards say. And we're just going to set it off here, yo. Yo, for your first would you rather, would you rather have your face printed on money or your own small town named in your honor?
Ooh.
It's tough because a town could be around forever. Money could change, you know?
It can, but you want money.
Yeah, hell yeah. But I'm saying your face on a bill would be pretty dope too, though. You know, like, what are you spending? I'm spending the Bent bill.
That's like forever, like, promotion. You know what I mean? Like you in the back of someone's pocket.
So you say you go with the money shit?
Nah, I'm a rock with the town.
Okay.
Just because I know that's the right thing to say. But not only that, I would love to inspire and have my artwork or whatever it is I do as like street names. Like imagine like EPs or song titles as the street names or the hubs or the bars. I don't know. Like I could customize it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm all about that. So
I think I could see a Bentville popping up, especially now that marijuana is almost legal everywhere, and a couple states have all drugs legal everywhere. People gonna be bent in Bentville.
Exactly.
But all right, so we'll go to number 2, yo. Would you rather Spike the Punch or Xerox? Xerox is like a fucking photocopy. Xerox your butt at the next office party.
So the first one was bite.
Spike the punch. So you either drugging everybody or you scanning your ass.
I'm gonna go Bart Simpson and scan my ass.
Some silly shit, yo. Fucking. Okay, this kind of relates. This kind of goes to like everyday life. So I mean, like, would you rather face a fork in the road, we do every day, or be forced to pick between 3 doors on some like Dungeons of the Dragon shit?
Ooh. I mean, 3 doors. I mean, like, that's all it said about the doors. That's it.
You get to choose between 3 doors. You don't know what the hell's behind them, I guess. They definitely should have questions. Maybe I'm supposed to say, would you want a pet dragon, a fucking Pikachu, or fucking be able to summon fucking Aeons?
Fire. I'm going to take the fork in the road.
Yeah, I mean, we face them all day, bro.
Exactly.
That's kind of...
I feel like the doors is going to lead to a portal that is of no return, and you just got to rock with whatever door you walk through.
That's true. Could be walking right into hell, bro.
Exactly.
But fucking...
Crazy.
Switch it up. Go to the... I did have, like, what the heck cards here. I just don't know what the fuck I did with them. Oh, here they are. All right, round 2. You made it to what the heck or what the hell.
Ding, ding, ding.
Boo, boo, boo.
Ding, ding.
What does he have behind door number 1 for his prize, Charlotte? Fucking, how many chickens would it take to kill an elephant? That's a what the heck question.
Huh. How many chickens would it? Does it have the answer afterwards?
No. It's just a question of what do you think, I guess.
Okay. Elephant.
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant? That is a bizarre question.
Yeah.
I don't know who writes these shits.
I'll say
probably have to have like 1 million chickens to pluck them to death.
just because of the strength, right? Because like an elephant can just stomp a chicken out.
But also, you got to think how tough an elephant's fucking skin is, bro. That a chicken would have to peck through it. It'd be like a woodpecker pecking at a tree for like an hour to get him to bleed a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't even see chickens. I mean, unless it's a robot chicken.
Chicken's
really
not
don't
taking
see it
over.
happening.
Do androids dream of electric sheep?
The androids dream of electric sheep.
Yeah, it's a book by Philip K. Dick. I think it's based on Blade Runner was based on that book.
Blade Runner.
I think that's the book that it was based on. Could be wrong.
I say 50 chickens. I put 50 chickens on it.
50 chickens on one elephant?
50.
That's low, man. That's low.
Because you see what I'm banking on?
Elephants scared of small shit.
Elephants are afraid. Exactly. So the elephant's going to do some wild, like, panic stuff. And then the chickens is just going to maul them and peck the eyes.
Yo, birds are vicious motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
We had a talk on birds last night, and fucking they're smart ass creatures, bro. And people think like, oh, bird brain or whatever, but they just think differently, bro. I always use the analogy, like, people are like, well, we're supposed to rule the animal kingdom, like, right? The Bible or the books say all this shit. And my attitude is, hey, if you throw me in the wilderness without any knowledge of how to survive, I might starve to death or die. But if you throw a wild animal like a tiger or some shit inside a house, and they don't manage to break a window or break a door or some shit, they're gonna starve. They can't survive in our domain. So I mean, just because we have the knowledge to rule over them doesn't necessarily make us smarter than them. We just think we are, and that's the human ego. Yeah.
Bingo.
Survival of the fittest, bro.
I think chimpanzees, when it's too hot, they can die from heat exhaustion. And I saw this one time on the Discovery Channel where, through instinct, the chimp has like 3 babies, and they go into like the woods, and she's able to like feel the ground to see how moist it is to find water underneath the ground. So then they dig that spot, and the mother puts the mud over the kids so they don't die from heat exhaustion and keep cool on their heads. Real shit.
Yeah, man.
It's like, how did they even know the water was there, though? That's what always trips me out about the instinct part.
Well, they might have another sense that we don't have, though, bro. Just because we have 5 senses, animals could have a second sense. You know, like, think about how, like, a fucking bat uses, like, sonar to, like, detect its...
Right.
It bounces...
Right.
It's like...
They're like supernatural abilities.
They're like... It's like dolphins, too. Like, dolphins are the sea version of the bat. They have the same abilities to, like...
The echolocation, yeah.
And, I mean, like, we develop technology to try to replicate these animals. Like, we develop submarines and Navy ships and shit to be able to pick this up and try to... Scientists are trying to talk to dolphins and communicate with dolphins because they may be smarter than us. Like...
On some Aquaman shit.
Yeah, bro. Fucking... Be dope. But, yo, what would be the absolute worst name you could give your child? Damn, there's a lot of bad names out there.
I think the worst name to me would be like the generic name.
Like Mike, Nick. There's like 1,000 of them. Like 1,000 of the same.
Yeah, it's like, damn, like, how can I differentiate you? You know what I mean?
I always thought that too. Like, I see parents that give kids unique names, and I'm like, I'm going to be that parent. Like, my kid's going to be like Cyborg 009.
Something. It's something.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many to count. Like, I'm like looking around the crib to see what I can find for me. Maybe.
I'd say, like, I don't know. It's got to be something that, like, kids would make fun of you for in school.
I got one better. I'm going to say Jordan.
Jordan?
Yeah.
All right.
And the reason why Jordan, not taking anything from Michael Jordan at all. Me personally, I don't rock Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
They're fresh. I have a pair that was given to me but I don't really go out the way for them. But I think what's attached to me not liking the name is, one, it's very common. It's like actually male and female that can have that name. That's one. Two, Jordans and people dying from them causes me to be like, all right, but they're just Jordans.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that deep. You know what I mean? So that's the other layer. And three, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just that common of a name that it's like, imagine you hold a kid for 8-9 months, you give birth, and then you just slap a brand name
on them.
You know what I mean? Like Jordan off rip. So like that like for me, Blane is usually spelled with the I in the name.
AINE.
But yeah, but I don't like it like that. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she forgot that there was an I in it, so that's how I came out with just the 5. But you know, the story of how she found that name out, it was like from some blimp commercial, and the guy's name that was flying the blimp, like his name is spelled Blane with the I in it. So like being black with a name that is not really given often to a black person by a man, especially, it's like that's the unique part. But then that's when you get, you know, picked on or names created like over time. Not that that was a bad thing, because people will call me Bling, Blaze, Blade.
Yeah.
You know, like anything of that. So it was just like, but it always had the shock factor of like, oh my God, like that's his name. You know what I mean? So
that's your real name then, Blane. That's like your first name?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I didn't know that, bro. You got so many aliases. I was just like,
yeah.
I was like, to me, you always been Bravo.
You
know. But fucking, it's funny you do say that though, because like you're right. Common name, common name of like a name brand to a kid. But like my last name was Wilson, so like in elementary school, I had motherfuckers just like being like, "Yo, what up, tennis ball or some shit," or "Yo, baseball." Wilson, the fucking brand of the fucking
the brand.
Like, yo, basketball face, like silly shit, just because it was like Wilson was the
brand.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have a chance to be you out the gate. Like they automatically think of something else tied to it.
But it don't matter, because you know what? That shit, like, if it sticks to you to this day, it was a fuel to like. Fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, run with it. I might have not have turned out the way I did had that not happened, you know? So, you know, overcoming these obstacles, whatever.
I probably wouldn't have, like, 8 aliases.
I probably wouldn't be, like, I probably wouldn't have even started doing music, bro, because, like, in high school, like, I was like, oh, you rap, like, one of those type shits, too, you know? So it was like, yeah, I do. And it was, like, kind of frowned upon. But it was like I wasn't trying to be like one of those gangster white boys that like wore like the crazy extra shit to try to act thug and shit. Like, yeah, I rap, motherfucker. Yeah. Like, that's it. That's just what I do.
I'm nice with words.
Still coming in my bullheads with my DCs on or whatever the fuck I was wearing, Volcom and shit.
I remember. Yeah.
But fucking
Zoomies for the plug.
Yo, Zoomies and Pac Sun, bro. I used to get like, I still got some bullhead jeans that I had from high school. Like the denim is just that good that fucking 10 years later, bro, they still fit. Little tattered, but I'm like, this denim is the only denim I had that never ripped, tore around the feet, stepping on the backs of them and shit. It was like, I'll never forget going back to school sale. It was like 3 for $50. Like, yo, I'm getting 3 pairs of bullheads.
You in there. I haven't shopped at Pac Sun as much. D Brown, I think, used to work at Pac Sun back in the days.
Yeah. Well, what's in the mall right now? I don't think there's a Pac Sun, but they got a Zoomies up there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Spencer's is still like, up there. I haven't been up there in a while.
Yeah, I was in Target and just looking on the left side going into the mall. It was just like, I don't know. It's changed, man. I think the COVID plays a big part in that for a lot of places. But
also, now we're from the era where you used to go to the mall and hang out, though, chill at the food court.
Yeah.
You know, meet up with your friends after school or some shit. And this era is the fuck that shit. I just one shopped on Amazon, one click.
Yeah.
Whatever. So
the mall hangouts was lit, man, because the arcades, you know.
I still go in that bitch, bro. Fucking, I won a basketball in that crane machine. That was just like my first time playing it. I saw the guy repairing it or taking the money out or whatever. He was doing the machine, closed it up. I went up and played it. First time, I was like, yo, they definitely rigged these shits, bro. He tightened that shit to win, and then like after that, you try another 10 times, it won't win.
Wow.
But,
all the money I put in those damn machines.
yo,
That's why I was either playing like air hockey or like the it was like a game where you pick up
shoot
the
game
rifles and the dinosaurs and shit like that. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure that shit's still there. Yeah. I don't know if it was Jurassic Park. It might have been Doom or something. It was one of them. The big guns.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy shit, man.
Nah, the mall was definitely the space back then, for sure.
It's an era.
And if you had wheels, like I didn't have wheels like when I was in high school to like really enjoy like going to the mall, even if it was for like lunch for like 30 minutes. Like the most I guess out of high school would be like me and my friends like using his car to like get around, but to like have your own, so then like do all of that. Yeah, I didn't really start doing that till like later on.
Yeah, I mean, that shit, my boy Ricky was older than us, so he always used to drive us around, and his dad was like a fucking plumber or some shit, so he worked for his dad, so it was like, he had like the kickers in the trunk and shit, drive around, L riding all day and shit, fucking, I think it was like a 1999 or 2000 fucking black Nissan Altima or some shit, and then he upgraded to like, I think a Max later, but fucking... That was just like, yo, Ricky. And then he started getting all paranoid and shit. Like, I don't know if he started taking other drugs and shit. He was like, everybody's like watching me and shit, and kind of phased out. I don't know if he did psychedelics, never came back. I don't know.
Never know.
Yeah.
Never know. Way to Ricky, though.
Yeah. He I seen him on Facebook. He wouldn't add me or nothing. I was like, whatever, bro. Just hope you're doing good, message him and shit.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. But... fucking water under the bridge, man. Keep flowing. Yeah, dude. I wanted to talk about this this loved one lost segment. LOL. It's something I did. I think only on like 2 episodes so far, but it doesn't necessarily need to be a human being, because from what I heard last night, that song was pretty dope, and I want you to explain more on it and just go into detail.
The All Pain joint?
Nah. The joint for the dog, man. Man's best friend.
Oh, yes. Ultimate Dogma. Shoot, I can pull up the notes right now. Yeah,
that shit was, like I said, that was one of those songs when I heard it, it was so radio ready, but the story behind it, like, unless you listen deep, like, oh, yo, that's a dog, and man's best friend, and like, that shit just spoke. So when people hear that, I know it's gonna be like, yo,
so
next level shit.
I'm glad you say that. Like, how do you feel about artists making records about anything?
What do you mean?
Like anything. Like who do you know raps about their dog passing, like as a complete song?
Nah, not as a complete song.
You see what I'm saying? I've heard a bar.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like, yo, my dog's like in the cell. I'm not saying those type of, even though that could play into it.
Yeah.
But,
no, I know. Well, we're talking man's best friend here, most loyal companion, bro.
Yeah, like I think for me, creating that, I was trying to think back to like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like when I found the beat, I was trying to get a certain artist on it, and then I was in the stew. I was told the news that night, and then I was just like, damn, like I gotta just finish what I got going on, and then tomorrow I'll bury my dog. You know what I mean? Before I go to work, like that's just the thing. And that was my first experience, and it was like in the moment I couldn't really like tear up, because I honestly didn't feel sad in the moment. It was when I drove to work.
And I hate you.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like just what I did. I looked at my hands and I put it in the rhymes. You know what I'm saying? I looked at my hands, my shirt, my kicks, the mud on the kicks, and I even did a swerve just because, your eyes get blurry.
Yeah.
Crying and shit like that.
Of course, man. Like, about to make me cry now, dog, thinking about it, man.
Yeah, and I near missed the car, so I was like, like, it's just like, I had to like wake up.
Snap
you know
out
what I
of
mean?
it.
So what was crazy from that moment, I even audio messaged Brown, tearing up about it, and the beat that came on was that beat. It was called Magic. And so while I'm playing that and I'm driving with that playing in the back, it's already making the song. So when I went to the time clock, even though I'm shaking at the time clock, I'm like, all right, like all of these feelings that I'm going through right now, I need to capture this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And it was it was tough, but once I literally wrote the song that day, bro. I was at work literally just cleaning everything, all the services, all of that, while I got the AirPod in. I'm just writing the rhymes, walking, doing laps through the whole building. Clocked out at the end of the day, I got a whole complete song, and I was like, yo, that was totally worth it, because throughout the day I felt better. It was like
it was pushing you through the day.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. So I heard what I could say on the beat, and last night for me it was much of a shock as it is to you, because when I recorded it in my last session before this one, I had like bits and pieces recorded because I was like trying to tidy up the other tapes.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like a hook was there and half the hook was here, and you know, I gotta like, I don't know, like we talked about, like we don't have to always ad lib out a whole song and do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, like when I listened to the beat and this is all I heard, maybe this is all I need to say. You know,
that's the one that we were talking about that didn't need the ad libs and the stuff.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
like
that
enough.
Was actually the one.
And is that the one he did that little whatever trick?
The flutter with
yeah,
the
yeah. That was it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, and it's crazy he found that technique out, because
I gotta learn that shit. That shit was crazy, bro. That shit, I was like a whole like perception shift.
Yeah, like I was trying to, when I was saying like fire, like I was trying to stack the vocals either by 2 or 3 to get that like fiery effect.
Mm-hmm.
Like as if you're at a campfire and you just feel it, like you can hear how the fire sounds. I was trying to get that. So for him to then like try something new that we haven't tried, and then it gives that effect, I'm like, oh man, like yeah, I don't. And then the Red X tat, you know, like I just felt like it's crazy how you pulled up, because it's like I had Red X 13 in the song. You know what I'm saying? And
that's the guy,
we were
bro.
able to like witness the whole process of like the tape and then some. So
I think last night was meant to happen the way it did. Like I said, the first time getting there on that night, the universe culminated to, this is finally gonna get serious now, bro. You know? Shit's gonna pop off.
Yeah, I mean, as for the commercial appeal, right? Like that's my strategy. I try to find beats that I know is fresh off rip. So that way,
but that's your duality, bro. Is not artists have that, and we discussed last night too. Is that not a lot of artists have that? They want to be the rapper guy. Like I gotta outbar everybody, or it's me. Like they don't go the songwriting route, bro. They just want to be the rapper and stay down here. You have the songwriting ability to step outside your element in pretty much every element,
combine elements,
and you need that to grow. Like as an artist as a whole, bro, not just the rapper. Like you said, when you were doing Bravo, your old projects, that was like your rapper phase. That was like, okay, I mastered this, take it to the next level now.
Yeah.
So that was your step up.
You know what was crazy about Bravo, Blane, is that the songs that we used for like remixes and things like that, we made like new songs out of those songs, to where people forgot who made the song in the first place. So that's actually why I started buying beats even more, because I was like, yo, I'm really just crafting a new diamond on someone else's project that already either went diamond or is just a dope song that people know.
Yeah,
so why not take that same mindset to original beats that I could own, get paid for, and then feel 10 times proud to know that like this is my mind that they're hearing. Like no one can say, okay, like, I mean, influences, we all, wear them, but like, there is no other reference point of who did what on this beat. Now, if you heard this beat already, because, I bought it unlimited, other people can buy it unlimited, then at that point, it's just who has the better song. May the best song win. But overall, like, I just felt like doing less on a song with that particular message, it was needed. And you're right, like, we leave it as that, you know what I mean? Like, I just didn't know of any artist that wrote about their dog. So, like, I was just like, that's a subject matter that I could, tackle. And then the cover art for my catalog, I have a picture of him that I'm going to, like I said, put it in, like, a frame for the cover art.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, just even in my own, like, catalog now, like, he's a part of that.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? So, like, yeah.
Well,
like,
how old was he? How long have you had him? Since you were what?
Well, so the thing with him is that, like, I believe he was, like, 7. He was young. And, like, it wasn't, he isn't technically my dog. Like, I didn't buy him and then raise him up, you know what I'm saying, to the full degree. It was actually my ex's family's dog, really her dog, because she picked him out, and, that's who he respects, like, highly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, I became that force for him living in the house, you know what I'm saying, with her, and the dog being outside in the kennel. I would, like, I would not only clean out the kennel, but I would also have him, like, a nice little area within the house, so that way he could come and chill with us, type of thing. So really, like, like, it would be, I would work at Cornell as, like, a kitchen superintendent, but, like, they would throw away mad food. And I got this boy eating like a king, bro. I'm talking, like, salmon, all sorts of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I hear it, brother. I hear it.
Yeah, like, I walk the dog, I feed the dog, I spend time with the dog. When I had 3 jobs, coming home from the graveyard shift at 3, 4 a.m., I release the dog, we walk, we chat, we chill, we play games. Like, that was my son.
Yeah.
Like, over time, like a good 2.5 to 3 years I really spent with him. Like, I was like, wow, I kind of want a dog. Like, I was even thinking about having him breed with another dog, and, you know what I'm saying? We just kind of have a collective. But then, things happened with me living there, so I wasn't around as much. And at first, when I heard that he passed, I automatically blamed myself, because I knew that, like, he wasn't getting the attention that I gave him when I met him in the first place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By the family. And that's not shots to them. It's just, that's just what that was. Like, I gave that dog
all your attention, bro. 100%. Not just like, okay, it's cool to have come home after work, but you're with me all day.
Yeah, like, he would weep, bro. He would weep if I didn't, like, if he knows that I came in the house, he wants to be unlocked out the cage so he could, like, chill with this type of thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? And granted, like, he may accident on the carpet and I may get mad, but, like, at the end of the day, like, I know where his heart is at. He even bit me too. This is a Rottweiler we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to have
he even bit me, bro.
I used to have a fear of bigger dogs, like bulldogs, Rotties, German Shepherds. And I think now I'm just like, I connect.
Yeah.
I connect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even, and the big ones, they just want to be, like, loved.
Dog,
like,
it's really energy you give a dog, and that's 100%. Like, if you come in seeming scared or looking scared, they're gonna know.
Yeah.
But, like, if you just come in, like, that's one video I made on Instagram recently. I was like, one thing I never been afraid of in my life is a dog, because, like, they jump up and people are yelling at their dog, and I'm just like scratching his ass, and he's just like, oh, I want to be your friend. Like, they don't care, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
they read.
You hit that
really
dog
well,
like a good friend from the jump, and that's your best friend for life. People like, I don't want my dog jumping on you. I'm like, nah, I'm a dog person. I don't care. Like, come here.
Yeah, that's what happened to me too. Like, the fam was like, nah, like, don't have him jump up. It was crazy for them to see it, because I have a photo with him laying on my lap. This is a big ass dog. Like, his coat is, like, crazy, and he's a dominant dog at that because of his paws. So there's a lot of things I learned about his breed that made me interested to even getting a Roddy for myself, which actually will be an investment in the future. You know what I mean? I would like to have a companion like that, and just rock just in the name of the one that passed. So, but I visited his grave like last week, man. Like I played him the song. I played him the half finished song. You know what I mean? Like just chatting with him. I was waiting for some folks to head over to the crib because he's buried in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, I'm gonna hang out with him and do what I gotta do. But yeah, man, best friend, man.
Yeah, bro. I know.
Okay.
Yo, dude, like you said with the food thing too, like feeding them everything. Like I told you last night too, like that song hit home because my dog passed away earlier this year, like in March, like in the beginning of this quarantine, and I was out of town. And my parents had called me and they said he passed, and I was like, I would have came to help bury him, and they were like, we didn't want to like ruin your trip or nothing. I was like, I still wish I would have been home. And now it's like I was sleeping on the couch one day out there, and I like turned, and it was like lucid dreaming, like when you're awake and like the sun was shining in the back window, and it was like I saw him like walk into my room, and he like looked at me like this, like, yeah, I'm going to your room, you fuck. Like where he would always go, because if I ever locked him outside my room, he would sit out the door and just howl like a wolf. He was a pug. And they're like,
I love pugs.
Yeah, they're part wolf actually. I had a pug book one time, and there's wolf inside their genetics. So he howled like seconds long at a time, like a fucking wolf, dude. And I still catch myself. I'm dropping food, and I'm just like, he ain't here to pick it up now. Like, he ate everything I had. If I was having a burger, you're getting a burger. I'm eating a hot dog, you're getting a hot dog. If I'm eating, like, macaroni and cheese, you're getting a little bit of macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, like, it was crazy. Like, the control that I didn't know I could have in the sense of, like, he just flat out looked up to me, bro. Like, it was... I remember when I first met him, like, he was the dog that, like, obviously the lack of attention, but, like, he would foam at the mouth, just constantly barking because mad people are walking in and out the kitchen, and it could be a regular family function, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But, like, no one's paying attention to him. But I feel like when his tail's wagging, like, he's just seeing wild people that, is having a good time.
And he wants to be in it, bro.
Yeah, and so... I was the one that really like kind of freed him up more by just always walking with him or just being active with him, throwing him. I would get like toys, like tennis balls or wherever I find in the icy football fields. Like I'll bring them over to him, and like we'll just go at it. So now I miss that man, but and he taught me a lot. You know what I mean? Like indirectly, he taught me a lot. Even from when he bit me and he looked at me while he had his mouth locked. The reason why he bit me, right? I'm gonna go into this. This is pretty epic. So, our pops at the time, it was something about like a situation with the house and insurance to like have the dog, and we just didn't have that at the time. So, we was trying to figure out who can have the dog. And mind you, like it's not my dog, but it's my dog. You know what I'm saying? So, like, of course, I'm gonna feel away about it, but y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do, or if anything, just find a new insurance. Anyway, we found there's a dude that has a parrot and like 8 Rottweilers. You've probably seen him around in Ithaca. You know what I'm saying? Like he's definitely one with the animals.
He walks them all at the same time or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I could, but I feel like it could be a dream too, because Ithaca has got a lot of kind of weirdos, bro. It's a town of weirdos.
And dog like.
We're all weirdos anyway. It don't matter, bro. It's good to be a weirdo.
Yeah. Me. Shout out to Abby for the song "Weirdo."
Clap for the weirdo. Clap for the weirdo. I was gonna say it.
So, but yeah, like the dude, he neutered all the dogs. You know what I'm saying? And I guess. He was able to, that's how he, I don't want to pinpoint it as that's how he has control of all the dogs, but they definitely show the loyalty to the dogs. So the man's was like telling us that he'll have our dog like along the line with the rest of them, and like a week max. It shouldn't even take that long. That was his ego, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, like I'm over here sad as shit. me and her pops, we actually shared a moment where we cried together in the whip because we just like, damn, we didn't want to do that. We didn't want to give up our dog, you know what I mean? And freaking 4 days later, you know, he's like, hey, Blane, you know, guess who's here? I was like, whoa, like, and then he was like, Bear's outside. I was like, well, what happened? And he was like, Bear was moaning, hollering, picking fights with the other rowdies. He realized, like, he's not coming back home. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he was avoiding food. And, yeah. I was like, what? So I got ready and went outside. He's jumping up and down, happy to see me, right? And so, you know, Leon's father was saying something about, all right, I'm about to go put him back in the kennel, you know. So I'm like, all right, that's what's up. We got him back. And then we found out that Geico had like a certain type of insurance to where we could have him at the crib. So everything all worked out. Anyway. Word. And yeah, like in the moment of me like turning away to get back in the house, that's when he bites me. But how he bites me, it isn't like a, fuck you, mistake.
It's like a, where the fuck are you going?
Yeah, it ain't nothing like that. It was like he bit me, and then he cried. Like imagine a
bro,
big jaw,
dogs do cry. You could tell when they have that little line on their fur. Like they get upset when they're whining and
it's like, and then you looking at him, and he's just like shedding like a tear, and I'm like, it's all right. Like I'm petting him, like okay, and then he gently releases my arm.
Yeah.
Now my arm, my veins is like shocking. I'm like, like, you know what I'm saying? That was crazy, but I think what he was trying to say to me then was, don't do that shit again. You know what I mean? Like, I love you.
Yeah.
I need you. You know what I mean? Out of all these people here, I need you. Like, that's just how I took it. Because ever since that day, like...
dogs will do that.
Yeah. Because it was no reason for him to bite me.
Bro, I'm very mad, though, that cats get, like, the smart, sassy rep, and the dogs get the big, dumb dog all the time in the cartoons, because the big, dumb dog will hunt and bring it back to you. That cat's going to leave your bitch ass and go eat.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like, dogs got the bigger brain. They know, come home to the family. We the tribe. Yeah. Like, we all take care of each other. That's why they're the most loyal animal to anybody, I think, of anything. You're never going to find... If you treat a dog right and you show it love and, like you said, enough attention that it doesn't have to feel neglected, betrayed, don't beat it. Take good care of that dog. Feed it well. It will be your best friend. It'll take a bullet for you. It'll do anything. That's why cops have dogs as partners.
Yeah.
Because it's the only thing that'll put its life on the line for you, and the cat will say, fuck you.
Yeah, bro. I was definitely on my I Am Legend shit when I had him around, man. For real. Like, the amount of rhymes I wrote with him just chilling with me. And
Same, dude.
You know, like... And it's crazy because, like, look how it hits you. Like, when I was told the information, I was in the studio. You know, mind you, the shorty's my ex, so it's not like we connect all the time or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But for her to reach out to me and kind of like bawl on the phone, like, yo, like he passed away. Like,
yeah,
she knew that it meant a lot to me too. You know what I mean? So it's like in those moments where you're like crafting a diamond. You know, I'm in the studio working hard. You know what I mean? To then be told information like that, it can kind of discourage the process. I think like the rest of that sesh, I recorded like one song, like the one that I was already in when she called, and then I just had Brown like mix everything.
Yeah.
Just because I needed some time to just sit it out.
Yeah, you
like,
do.
You know, still get things done, but I'm just not even hyped now. You know what I'm saying?
It has a weird way of doing that. It might even inspire you to write more, but to actually go in and present it, it's not the time and place for it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like you might want to write your thoughts down. That's a different, like either I'm going to use this later and make something with it or whatever, but same thing. Like the other night I was in recording, I set everything up. I was going to record, and then I got the message that my homeboy Jamie's little sister died, Amy, and she used to come to the block with him all the time. We were in middle school, and I was just like, damn. So like I'm sitting outside, and I was like, I called my boy D, and I was like, we were talking for like 40 minutes or so, and I was gonna come in and record, but I just like, I could have used it to go into the booth and then say, hey, you're with me in spirit. But at the same time, I felt more like, yo, I really got to like sit on this shit a minute, like you said, you know, and just, I can't record now. I'll do it tomorrow, but let me just like call people, reach out to people and shit that we grew up with. You know,
you need that.
But
need that
later on, I did write a little something too. Like I used it and I wrote, but I said not the time to perform it, you know? I wanted to take all people, see everybody's pictures, memories, and take all those collective stories and merge them into like either when we were growing up on the block days or when we were at the park days or whatever the fuck we were, parties, sweet 16s and shit, like wherever we were at that time in our life, you know?
Yeah. So how long did you live in Long Island then?
I grew up in Long Island.
Oh, word. So,
yeah, I was born and raised
when did
there.
You come out here?
About 6 years ago. 2000, okay. I think it was 2014 in like September-ish, August, September-ish. So about 6 years.
Word, yeah. You familiar with Nassau County?
Yeah. I know. I used to work in Nassau County, take an hour fucking drive every day to fucking Nassau County.
Green Acres Mall area and stuff like that?
Nah, not at all. Nah.
Oh, copy. Yeah, because I used to live out in Long Island too.
What town?
My grandparents. All I know is that we were Valley Stream.
I was gonna say there's like a Massapequa Mall, I think, or some shit. That's all I know, Massapequa. Yeah. I used to work in East Meadow, like over by the Nassau Coliseum, Hempstead Turnpike.
Okay, I'm not familiar.
It's like where the fucking
Rosedale,
Islanders
you
play.
familiar with Rosedale?
Huh?
You familiar with Rosedale, like Merrick Boulevard, like?
I know of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also a town called Merrick out there. There's a Merrick.
Where times was different back then. When I was living out there, I was playing street hockey, Yu-Gi-Oh, Manhunt.
Yeah.
We were outside back then, though. Like we were outside. Back then.
I mean, it's getting really overpopulated now. Like I go back to visit, bro, and I'm like, I don't even recognize it, bro. Half the gas stations and stuff, they either changed names, they turned them down. They're popping up 7-Elevens everywhere. They got fucking development housing and apartments, retirement homes everywhere. I'm like, holy shit, developments.
Yeah.
Last time I checked, bro, there was like 8 million motherfuckers that lived on Long Island. I did a search of like Norway, the whole country is like 4 million. I was like, holy shit, 8 million motherfuckers on this little island versus a whole country.
Crazy.
But fucking, yeah, man. So we're going to be expecting this project drop Friday, Black Friday. It's going to be streaming everywhere.
Would you... all streams.
All right.
I was trying to think, with 5 songs to put out, you think it's needed to drop at least one on Thanksgiving or just wait for the Black Friday? Not that I'm impatient, but I have the ammo.
What do you mean, drop one for Thanksgiving or save it for Black Friday?
Like drop a song not in the EP, just a song in general on Thanksgiving because it's Thanksgiving, or just kind of like drop the cover art. I was thinking if I drop the cover art,
don't drop it on Black Friday. If you're already dropping an EP on Black Friday, give them an appetizer on Thanksgiving.
See, that's what I was saying, like an appetizer. I was
like, here's a little. Oh shit, got a project dropping tomorrow. Boom.
Yeah.
Lock in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I might do something like that.
Yeah, definitely drop it on Thanksgiving because people are going to be sitting home eating fucking stuff in their face and then staring at their phones fucking with their fat bellies like, oh, new song.
Everyone's sharing their meals and who cooks what.
But I'm saying, once you get that itis, like you just like, they're in the mealtime and shit, drink, but then you just sit on the couch and you turn on maybe the football game or some shit.
Yeah.
Unbuckle the top buckle on your belt.
Yeah, true that.
Fucking chug apple cider. I'm going to my grandma's. Going to take a trip out to grandma's house.
Wow.
It's like 3-hour drive from here, but just
You driving or is some family?
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna be driving. I always drive. I try to go every other weekend, but it's been maybe it's been twice a month at least. sometimes maybe the first week and then the last week of the month, but depending on my
Okay.
schedule and shit, I just try to get there twice a month.
Copy that. Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna be finishing up. I'm working on that All Pain,
Yeah.
and then I'll probably start like even just writing a little something tonight. This way we could get that shit banged out, do my ad libs, and call it a wrap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that release.
I can't wait, dude. You slayed that shit last night.
Oh, bro, yo, like that's what the side support characters are for, man. Like I'm your wingman on that. You know,
It's
like,
just, like,
it's crazy.
The way the flow switched up, bro. I'm saying like mid verse, bro.
Mm,
The shit was just, it was a nice cadence to the track, something different.
appreciate it.
You know?
Appreciate it. Like it, and I feel like with the message and the time, I think that's why it was like easy to write and effortless to write. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was things that I've absorbed. Like I said, I watched the Queen's Gambit, and I was just like, yo, like they got some cool moves that I want to like play around with bars. Tried my hand in it, and it came out nice. Like, so I'm glad I was even able to have that locked in before the next year. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm trying to tell everybody that sent me a collab, like, to just like
bang 'em
really
out.
lock whatever it is they have to lock in. Just send it to me ASAP, because really how I function with the music, I'm either driving to it
To hear it,
or I just have it playing on in the background.
Yeah.
So I could be like cooking, cleaning, and I'm thinking and generating bars. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really like to sit down and really write. It depends on the certain song. Like, if it's a personal song and I gotta like collect myself and where I'm at to map it out, then I'll do that. But like songs like that where it's like, you know, an expedition, I just felt like we teamed up on that shit really nice, man. So
yeah, dude, it was definitely like beginning of the quarantine shit. And hey, you know what? If we do go into a second lockdown, it'll be perfect timing for more paid, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
You know, so if it didn't work out in the beginning of the quarantine the way I should have executed, then it'll get the second half. Hopefully it don't happen, but who the fuck knows, man?
Shoot. They better send that stem out. So I have the keys to my Beamer.
Yo, but fucking...
Nah, we got a link too, like...
I'm stoned.
And smoke up too, man.
Yeah. Dude, that's definitely a dope-ass spot, like, dude, just even to come chill, hang, like, whatever, like, those are the days I miss, bro, is just going to a studio and hanging out and having energy to feed off of, because that's what me and my clique used to do. Like, we used to all be in the studio, and if we weren't at the studio, we were at, like, O's basement studio, and it was just all of us, like, writing bars and then feeding, like, yo, how's this 8 sound? How's that sound? Like you said last night with the back in the day, like the posse tracks, like people don't do them anymore. Like me and my clique been working on a mixtape, and it's just the whole clique on every song. We just all do 8s. We got like 17 songs or some shit. But
you know what I feel about my stance when it comes to recording with a group of people?
Yeah.
Like, I'm always gonna sacrifice myself to make the song feel and sound like a song.
Yeah.
So that means, like, because you were saying something about how, like, you know, MCs, we all get in our bag for competition when we write.
Yeah, always.
But it's a certain... I've always been in this space where it's like, I know I'm dope with words. I just want this to stick around.
Yeah.
So I'm going to add other elements,
of course,
besides the rap. You know what I mean? Like, I'll take the shot for that. I'll take the hit for that. Now, because I look at my verse as like a point sheet. Like, if Mayweather, like, the reason why people hate on Mayweather, right, I feel, it's because he knows how to play the game. He can calculate movements and know when to strike, and have in the back of his mind how much points added up for him to really win, even if they felt like the other dude deserved the shot or the belt. You see what I'm saying? So my thing with the verse, I'll add up how many punches I got, how many flow switches I got, how many like impactful meanings and moments that I put in it. All right, did everything flow? all right, now it's a go. You know what I mean? Whereas like it's a hot verse, I think I'm the illest,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
it's whatever. I'll take that energy, right? Because that's still good energy. I'll take that energy and just add it on to the song being already a song. And I think that's to me what makes a classic song, because when we made Tomorrow Never Dies, me, Sincere, Allure, and Spring, 3-man show, right? For Tomorrow Never Dies.
Uh-huh.
I'm the first verse on there, and originally I had thoughts of putting my verse on the last part of it, but I was like, you know what? This is my song, and I got the most real estate on this song. Let me lead it in. Let me welcome everyone in.
Uh-huh.
You feel me? So my verse may not be the I'm gonna off your head verse. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna alley oop,
Feet
or I'm
later.
gonna throw that pass to my man to get the touchdown or the slam dunk. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's for me. I don't really worry about like people might go, oh, like verse to 3 bodied every verse, or like when Control came out, right? And
Mhm.
Big Sean, JLX, and Kendrick was on that. They did Sean so disrespectful by just clipping him out of his own song just to listen to Kendrick. I like Kendrick, but I just feel like with hip hop and the people that consume it, they gotta understand that, like, truth be told, that was Sean's idea.
Yeah. I
You
didn't
know what
even
I'm
know that.
saying?
I didn't even know
That
he
was
was on
that
the
was
song because, like you said, everybody got hip to the Kendrick. It was Kendrick Control verse. Like,
yeah, like, and even Jay Electronica being the last man on the beat, the shit he was saying about ancient Egypt and life itself, if you read or if you just know, then those bars would impact you on another, like, psyche, another playing field. You'd be like, yo, like, this man spazzed over Kendrick and Sean. Like, what are we
yeah,
talking about? Like, but
for
that's
sure.
just knowing information. So it's like for Kendrick to be bubbling and be hot and drop prolific work, that added on to his pen whenever he says something next
Hmm.
is what creates the impact and the shock
Of
factor.
course.
So me personally, like, I enjoyed everyone's verse, but I respect the man that had the idea, birthed it, and then said, you know what, I'm gonna get that lyricist and that lyricist that y'all probably never ever would have saw all three of us on a track with, and make a moment. And I don't think hip hop or the people give Sean the moment,
Yeah.
even though that was his, even though that was his like moment. The only reason why he didn't put that on the debut, which I don't want to say it's an excuse, but apparently the samples weren't cleared or something like that with no ID, just wasn't cleared in time for the album.
To be
So
honest,
he
bro,
cut it
I
off.
actually only heard like Kendrick's verse on that. I didn't even know anybody else was on it. I never really been a big Kendrick fan. I know he got big off that liquor pool, swimming and I dive in or whatever, swimming pool of liquor and I dive
Swimming
in.
pool,
But
Good Kid, Mad City.
yeah, other than that, like I never really got on him. I never took away that he wasn't great. Just I never listened to
Mm-hmm.
him because like I love West Coast hip hop, but I'm more G Funk era, and he has all the
Mm-hmm.
legends and people from that era and beyond like respecting him as like one of the greatest and shit. But I've never really got into Kendrick. He's one West Coast rapper I
Yeah,
never really got into.
yeah, and for me, like, I've listened to Section 80. I've listened to Ignorance, not Ignorance is Bliss, but or ADHD. I think Ignorance is Bliss is on that tape. I've kept up with him, but um, he makes a specific type of music that it's like a live painting. And to me, like, that's what Bravo Bicasso is. Like, when I get into that form, when I make songs, like, I want it to be like a live painting. So some of the times it might get theatrical based off the elements I incorporate, whether it be sound effects or like me acting a certain character in the background for ad libs and stuff. But for Kendrick, like, he's able to like craft projects that hold weight and have a timeless sound. And so in general, any artist that can tap into the lane of making music like that and
Hmm.
then putting their real life in it, I'm gonna always respect.
Oh
But as
yeah, yeah,
far as
yeah.
like, yeah, but as far as like my everyday taste. I gotta put you on. He's not one of those guys to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like his music is for like a specific time in your life. I feel like when
I gotta really dig into his catalog and kind of listen to him from beginning to end, because I can't really, like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from him. I just can't really say, because I've never been a huge fan. I heard his radio hits. I've heard maybe a couple features he's on. The shit he did with Eminem too, where they were like talking about a bitch like crashing the car and shit.
Yeah, and something about the Cadillac.
Yeah.
I sung on the Cadillac, that line. Nah, that was the Love Game?
Yeah, Love Game. I think that was it.
Game, I don't know, something.
Game of Love or some shit.
Game, yeah.
Who the fuck knows? It was something similar to that, yeah.
Eminem even said that to test Kendrick, he sent him something in the studio, and he, I guess, like they just locked in to see if he could really write those raps.
Yeah,
and obviously he showed and proved.
Yeah. You wouldn't have passed the sound check if it fucking sucked. They wouldn't even.
Where do you feel like? I'm gonna put on the other headphones because these are about to die.
Yeah, no doubt. Hold up, I'm gonna actually just start another recording right quick. But yeah, bro. I know it's happened before.
Finally got my headphones charged up.
It's all good, bro. But yeah, man. I'll get back to Kendrick at another time. But fucking, we came to talk about Badman Benté. Let's see what's up.
That's a fact. I mean, with the music, you know, how do you feel about artists consistently dropping in a time like this?
In a time like this, I think it's dope. I think like you said last night, bro, like EPs are the way to go, because the short attention span of the world, people want to hear either like a single every week or something that's going to catch their attention all the time and keep them on their toes.
Copy. Yeah. I mean, do you feel like someone that is in the works of building an audience should drop at a rapid rate, or space it out? Like after last night, like how would you go about it now that you're in, you know, the EP mode or the crafting of music and getting ready to release? Like you're about to release the one we got, the All Pain joint. Like
it's just gonna be hard, bro.
Do you see yourself following up? Yeah, when you see yourself following
dude,
up?
Wait till you hear the second verse, dude. Wait till you hear the second verse. Fucking, but I'm thinking even go off on the end of that shit, whatever the fuck you want to do, whatever your creative is, dude. I trust your instinct, trust your intuition. I know it's gonna come out fucking fuego regardless. So do what you want with that. But fucking, I mean, I'm this EP, I'm really looking forward to seeing it, and definitely, I think this is gonna open a lot of ears, to say the least. You know,
for you,
just in general, not for me. I mean, I mean, like, open a lot of ears. Like, when people hear you, maybe I hope through me, maybe. I mean, I hope the show gets exposure that, you know, people are like, yo, let me check dude out. And thankfully, because you're an artist who's on Spotify, I could take your most latest single and put it, like, in the beginning to the intro to the show, but only Spotify listeners will be able to hear your music in the beginning. If you use, like, Apple Podcasts, they won't hear it and shit. But I could try that out. Wow. It's a new feature.
Crazy, I didn't know.
But, dude, we're definitely going to get that word of mouth out, because word of mouth by my homegirl Whitney Payton has always been the best way to kind of spread, you know, like a wildfire. And we're in kind of a silence mouth era. All these masks and shit. Motherfuckers need to just kind of, I don't care if you're muffling through the mask like this, or if you're actually talking, or you pull the mask down to talk to me, get the message across. What are you trying to do? How you trying to do it? Be as transparent as possible. Shit's doable. Anything's doable.
I feel like when I found the new love for like shorter projects, I think that feeling came from doing short songs. You know, like I used to, because I mean, no one does like 3-4 verses anymore.
It's rare.
You know what I mean? Like if you see that, it's either on an album or And the thing is, like, I don't mind doing it, but I'm also learning that, like, I can I can say a lot in a little bit of time, to where that hopefully, like I said, it's all about like making the record stick around. So if I have like a short beat, but the beat's fire, but the message inside that window of time is like, you can listen to it forever. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, oh, okay, like that's the combination. It's like incorporating longevity in your content with short time beats. So that way it's like, nah, I got to run it back. I got to play it back because I just want to relive that energy or that moment. I feel like the longer songs, they're fire. You know what I mean? It's just with today's ear, it's just different. You know, like
It is.
I'm still gonna do them because we come from that cloth.
I love that.
Of like, you know,
bars,
MC
dude.
talk,
Like
so,
I do a 64 bar verse, like straight through a 100 bar verse, like that's like
no
when it comes back to West Coast rappers talking about the Kendrick shit, like Game was one of my favorite rappers, and I remember like in middle school and shit, everybody had like G units, and I came in from Coles, like I got the Hurricane Games, dog. And what,
That's
you know?
fire. I didn't even know he had those.
Yo, they didn't last long, but it came with like it came with like, you know, like a wristband with the H on it, like Hurricane Game, like a sweatband. Like, oh shit, this shit was.
That's different.
Game was like one of my top dogs, and with his like all his bars, like he always dropped like over 50, 100 bars, 300 bars, whatever. Like, dude would just drop bars. Like, I just love the Game.
Why do you feel like Game doesn't get that recognition, or is it just times changing with new artists?
I don't know. I read an article recently about some girl who got Born to Rap. She got all exclusive rights to it because of some legal issue or some shit. So she makes all the streaming royalties off his last album, and he can't do nothing about it. I don't know like the specifics, but I was reading an article on it. But his attitude was like he's still making millions just being the Game, like doing what he's doing, side business adventures. Fucking, you got all your old past albums, documentaries.
Yeah.
You know, 92, there's fucking the Game.
I feel like when I come into the Game, bro, like I'm not an old rapper, but I'm getting into that of age type of talk where it's like I don't even know how the attention would shift towards someone like me, honestly. I think
in what way? In what way you mean like the energy shift?
So like for instance, Drake is on a 10-year and more run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but is he the face and the guy right now? I think he you know, manages to be relevant and stick around, you know, to record with new acts. But he used to be like the face.
Yeah, 100%.
And then it was Cole. Then it was Kendrick when he came out.
I don't even know. I don't even know about it because I saw Drake like back in like 2012 or 11 or some shit at like Jones Beach, dude. When he was first coming up, like shortly after they dropped Forever and shit like that. And my homegirl bought me because she got tickets for her birthday, and like her best friend bailed, so I was like, "Yo, I'll drive. Like, whatever, let's go." Like, okay. So we were up in the seats, and like Drake bought everybody out at that time, bro. He had all a Dipset. He had the dude that did "I'm so special, so special, so special." I forget his name.
Yeah.
Fucking bro, he had Busta Rhymes there. He had French Montana there when nobody knew who French was. It had to be like 2011, 2012 because Pop That was popping, and that's everybody knew French Montana from "Don't Stop, Pop That Pussy, Don't Stop." So it was around that era, but like I always hated on Drake too. But when I look back at it and I see a lot of old school heads even posting on Facebook saying like Drake can never be considered the GOAT. When he wrote those bars, I forget word for word verbatim what he said, but he said, "In 10 years, we'll see who's around," or some shit.
Oh, Tuscan Leather.
Yeah, Tuscan Leather it was. And in 10 years, we'll see who's still around and who's still spitting or whatever the fuck he said. It was Tuscan Leather. Like, that shit, it's over 10 years now because you came in at least 08, 09 with Forever. I was in BOCES in high school. So now we're going into 2021. Even if you're only doing features, you're already rich as shit. You already got everything you need. He could be contended as the greatest, even though I know he doesn't write his own shit, songwriter / musician of the modern age.
Right.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I mean,
You fuck
to
with
match
Drake?
Drake. I love Drake. I think for me, it's not really a gripe that I have with him. It's just that in knowing that now, there's allegations on the pen. It's
Is
not even allegations.
allegations on
It's
him for what?
confirmed. I was saying like not even allegations. It's confirmed that like he has writers.
Yeah.
So,
Of course, that comes into play.
so it's like, who is the MC that I can look up to that makes the music that I gravitate to? You know what I'm saying? Naturally, without being like a bandwagon, like. And I don't think anyone can do it now for me anymore because yes, we know Cole is talented. Yes, we know Kendrick is talented. And me personally, the dude that got me into rapping, even though I've listened to tons of cats before, it was Big Sean.
Okay,
so
all
that's
right.
That's why like.
I thought you were gonna say Drake. But Big Sean. Okay.
It's the combination of both.
Well, here's the deal, and you're probably gonna hate me for saying this.
No, I won't.
But what I was thinking last night, dude, when we listened to the album, and then like when we were listening to like D Brown's production and like how well you guys mesh together as like engineer artists, like that's like it's like reading each other's brainwaves, so you know what you're trying to translate sonically.
Right.
And how you want it portrayed without even having to know or explain to somebody. When I was listening to your shit last night, I was thinking Drake because of the style, but Drake gets a lot of bad publicity, but I do love Drake. Like I said, I think he is amazing. Whether he writes his shit or not, it's a different story. But I was thinking, I'm like, who was the guy that used to write for Drake? Was it
Quentin Miller?
Quentin Miller, yeah. I was gonna say Bryson Tiller. I don't know why, but yeah, Quentin Miller.
I mean, I could see that.
But yeah, Quentin Miller. So fuck it. Yeah, Bryson Tiller's cool as shit too. But yeah, Quentin Miller. And I was thinking, I was like, dude, you could write for Drake and get like fucking like ASCAP, BMI, whatever it is, and have him buy your shit and send him a reference song, and I guarantee you can make $500,000 check. Because of the way that you perceive music. Like I said, dude, many layers here. This isn't just Blane the rapper, bro. You're over that bridge. And I don't know, like I know a lot of upstate rappers from what I've met locally through, but when we talked about last night, like weirdo shit, bro, like you got to be a little weird, shock culture, do something outside the element that's outside the norm to draw in that new fan base, and you have it.
Yeah.
You know, like watch your music videos, Keyblades, fucking Super Saiyan shit, your artwork.
Well, see, with the video, that was like an experimental thing. That was like me saying, look, I barely have music videos, and it's been a minute since I did a music video. Like, I had to start from scratch on how to like pick out the scenes, the outfits, what I'm gonna do in them. Like it was like a whole new process. So at that was like doing that video. I was like, the budget on it wasn't hot at all. Like it was like $200 cash. I was like, you know what, like, and it's funny how the video came about, bro, because the song Under the Sun that had J. Cole, The Baby, and Luke originally as their song. It was supposed to be a collab record with another artist. That fell through. I don't have to really touch base on that, but I was like, I found when I wrote that verse, I found like a new pattern, like, and I was like, yo, I can't just not use this. And I know we can't put it on SoundCloud because they'll just flag you for it.
Oh, really? So that's not streaming that song?
Not only Upstate Immortals.
But I'm saying on YouTube. I'm saying. Okay.
On YouTube, on YouTube you could upload it, but on SoundCloud I wouldn't. They gave me a flag.
But I'm saying it was dope, like a movie. You know, like you were walking down the steps, the little flame keyblade, like it had like some special effects, but it was just you being you, like in your hometown, like parking garage, shit, just like rapping,
my
like
Rust Bucket car.
That shit was hard.
Fancy car or anything like that. You know what I mean? It was just what I had, and I think I want to just make more music videos along that vein. You know what I'm saying? Same way how I like to add things in the music with sounds and stuff. I want to add multi layers, and I think Travis Scott. I gotta give him props for bringing those type of videos and concepts to like a high
Well,
budget
it's
level.
eye
Like it's just
catching.
sick.
It's something bizarre, like you say, and it's
Yeah,
like eye catching. It draws you in from the jump. But
yeah,
I think I see some of that in the future, man. I think there's some movies in the future to
yeah.
be made. Like find the right videographer, whoever works, does their thing good.
Mm,
But like I said, that video was good. But you always work with what you got, dude. I didn't shoot too many professionally shot music videos, except like two or three. And like
mm.
two of them were just like in my hometown, like one at the park at the handball courts. Fucking one of them was like with the lady of the lake at the handball courts also, but a different handball
Okay.
court, like on the opposite side of the
Mm,
lake, just like had her mural. They painted a new mural for the Indian lady of Lake Ronkonkoma and shit. And
nice.
fucking I just used what I had. And then I also have a video for a dude who passed away that was self shot, but they had this old Native American lady like crying over the lake painted on the side of the deli, but then they wound up repainting it over with some dark shit. Looks like some shit straight out the Ring, like Samora's coming for you. But I
Man.
got the old shit in the music video, and I'm like, I'm glad I did, because that shit's been there since like I was fucking like born, and now they finally did it.
Mm,
But like I got the old video with the old shit, and I'm like, it's
okay.
history, it's stories to you, bro. It's stories that you're telling, so it should mean something to you more so than
Right.
like I hope you relate. If you relate, that's great.
Yeah.
And like I said, like when we're coming back to like the whole Drake thing too, like what I was saying is like I thought you could write for Drake and get those checks in the mail, because the potential that you have as an artist, dude, like you're on some Super Saiyan shit. Like
Right.
there's
Right.
very few creatives who I've been in a lot of studios with a lot of guys and a lot of sessions and this that and cypher video shoots, even if I wasn't in the video shoots. But like
Yeah.
that's what we were talking about last night, was I was like, everybody wants to be the hurrah rah rah, and not to say you can't have competition in it, because that's what we love. We
Yeah.
love to see like
Yeah.
who could try to murder me
It's
on
a
my shit or
sport.
whatever. But
It's
there's
a
the
sport.
there's the I'm the best ego, and I'm the shit, and I could outbar anybody, and not connecting with other artists, as opposed to the guy who says, oh shit, humbles down and says, you murdered me on my own shit, but yo, fuck it, let's do more of this, bro. Like let's keep
Yeah.
building, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Let's
that's
keep
good, because
building.
people don't like the conflict of like, maybe we could offer each other better competition, as opposed to I'm better or I'm better and da 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 da. Like nah, you uplift, dog.
Exactly. And that's why I felt like you could have bodied that whole song without me. You could have. But the fact that you had me in mind, and like I said, it was effortless for me to write, to just lock into not only the instrumentation, but also the chemistry we've built up. We've had certain conversations I
It's
looked
it's
at
been in
throughout
the
the year.
works.
Yeah, like it's already been in the mind. Like, and so it just takes time crafting it and fleshing it out. And that's always the fun part of the process. Is like, you're right. Like the ego thing, I feel like it hinders people to have more collaborations. Like this town, with the amount of artists, and not even just this town, like this whole zip code, whether it's Cortland or Elmira, Rochester, like everyone that has a Facebook that's connected on the Facebook it's just one big cafeteria. You
Hold
know what
up.
I'm saying? So it's
I'm
right.
I'm a cheers with my 40 for my Courtney.
Ah,
But yeah, you're right. It's everybody on like social media, like collaborate.
yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like if we all collaborate, despite the skill set or the level that one's at, like we can utilize that as an advantage rather than not making anything new or creating anything different. You know what I'm saying?
Which
And for me, I gotta say too, I like features more because I've put in self work on my own records for a long time, that I don't mind being a compliment to another chef. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, well
Like
here's
when
the
you were
deal,
saying
dude.
you add in that
I'm not
sauce.
gonna lie, you're like my first collaboration outside my clique in like 5 or 6 years since I moved up here, dude.
That's
There was a
hard.
couple artists I tried to link with, but I didn't really have it, and like we've been saying it for a while.
You
So
link with
the
King?
first person I thought of was you. I also I want to work with Cannon. I'm gonna work with Ant too eventually, but you were the first person that came to mind because you were really the first artist I actually linked with, aside from Av,
Right.
like Ramel.
That's what I'm saying. You didn't want to link with him?
Like I worked with him.
You
I
worked with the
definitely
guy?
did want to work with him, but like my quality back in the day was not up to par. I sent him one
I'm
joint. He
saying
was like,
now.
"It's good, but it needs to get like mixed or something." And I was like, I
Uh-huh.
get you," but like I was just working on myself as an engineer too, so learning shit. But remember, I told you I used to
what
turn my
about the?
highs up all the way and then lower the bass and make that shit thin as fuck. Shit sounded garbage.
Yeah.
But
mean,
nah,
how
you
how you feel
mostly
about?
because like I saw you perform at the shows downtown and shit, and just you always
Mhm.
had like that little character plus like Aunt Wade and like y'all was all cool. Y'all did the greatest common factor, you
Yeah.
know. So like I think
Yeah.
G Quan was like one of the also first people I met when I moved up here because I started walking past Ithaca and they were handing out wristbands, dancing and shit, and I was talking to him.
Yeah. Word. Yeah. I mean, shoot, like it's crazy. I sent Av and Izzy something like a while back, and it kind of fell through. They just didn't really have the time. And around that time, they dropped their projects too. So like sometimes people be in their own mode at
Oh,
any
Izzy, the
time.
girl, the chick, Izzy, right? Okay, yeah. I was gonna
She's
say,
hard
yo,
too.
Izzy and Bass just dropped their first music video coming soon.
Oh
We
wow.
did our we did
Hard.
our native heritage rap, and yo, let me tell you, the Mac boys went off. They did their thing. It came out hard. Like it's
Mm,
only gonna keep building from there. But I'm like, yo, bro, you got to start somewhere.
you do. You
Putting the
do.
youth onto hip hop, like. But yo, Av really played a major role. Like he shot the video, he took that shit to the next level. Helped rewrite the song, simplify like some old lyrics I had, and then we just had the kids come in and record it.
Mm,
And I don't know, bro. It's the first of many GX series to come.
nice. That's what's up. I'm looking forward to that.
But
And I mean, as
what I
far as
wanted to
like
talk to you about,
Ithaca,
607
mhm,
Sound, because you're talking
yeah.
about upstate rappers, so I know it's going to merge into that. What is it, and what are we expecting from them?
So 607 Sound is ran by a guy named Joshua Chafer, if I'm saying his last name right. And you know, when he I think I first met him at a show at the Haunt last year. Yeah, it was last year. It was around Tournament of Power when that came out. And you know, he's saying he's like a big fan, you know what I mean? He's gonna be setting things up, and you know, I'm definitely a part of it because I'm a part of the sound. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, I don't want to slight it to say
Like that.
it's just a blog page, but he has a website where
Well,
like
yeah, he followed me, and I guess he saw our video last night. Followed me, like I think maybe he added me on Facebook and Instagram or Twitter or something,
yeah,
and he got like T-shirts for sale and shit, like
yeah, like
the
I
hoodies.
copped I copped his hoodie, I copped the shirt, and like, it's one of those things, bro. Like when I had merch, and you take a gamble on putting your money up in anything, but when I decided to go, I'm gonna spend bread on merch and see how that does with the music. It went by so fast, so well that I was like, man, people are loving and like feeling the excitement of what else I gotta drop. Now, mind you, around that time when I was dropping, my quality was nowhere near what it is now. You know what I'm saying? So a part of me as an artist, I felt like, all right, I could make some money off the merch, but I really want y'all to have like a dope song that I know y'all like,
Of
right? You
course.
know what I mean? And they'll and for the fans, they'll tell me they listen to my shit all the time, even if I felt like it wasn't where I knew it should have been or where it could have been. You know
Well,
what I mean?
those are the
And that's
riders that we talked about last night. If you
yeah,
have 25,
you
30 of those, bro, you're golden for continue.
yeah, you know what I mean. So it's
Continue.
like I started that's what got me on the relentless mode of like, you know what, I'm gonna keep dropping flavor after flavor after flavor, different lanes, different styles, different flows, different feels, and then that way I as an artist can feel comfortable to then sell you something that I can charge for a higher price, like a hoodie, a hat, whatever. Because now I have work that backs not only who I am, but it's definitely something for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That, you could feel happy, like, oh, I got the hat and he just dropped my favorite song. You know what I mean? Like, I always wanted that effect. And being that back then the quality wasn't where it's at, and the volume of original work was also where it wasn't at. Like, especially being on Apple Music, no one was really on all streams like that till as of recent. So, music's changed, and as I sit back and think about what the trajectory of Ithaca's music will be.
But yo, we definitely hold up.
It's very key because it's like the ESPN center to me, right? Like when I see him, make a post about all the music that drops within the week on that Friday, and you there's like a list of who dropped. Like he'll have singles, hOur, Blane, Cannon, Av, whoever.
So he's really putting on pretty much 607 sound is pretty much he's really putting on for the upcoming artists in the area.
Yeah, and artists in general.
But I'm saying like that's the goal. Yeah, building in general, of course, but like 607 sound, like where upstate this area is coming from.
Yeah. Like we needed a player in the game that can document the work that's being put in and broadcasted. You know what I mean? So as much as I put out or the next man puts out, it helps him and his brand, not only boost awareness, but when you see all these artists from within the area dropping, whether it's videos, bags, like merch or whatever it is, he'll put that on a post, tag you in it. And to me, I ain't gonna lie, it looked like a point system. It looks like for instance, if I got 5 singles in the tuck ready to drop, he's gonna say Blane and then the song, and then the next man, then Blane again, the song. You know what I mean? So looking at your progress report, you know what I mean? Of like, okay, like who dropped what, I'm gonna check them out. And then when you see someone's name like 3, 4, 5 times on the same sheet as other artists, it's like, oh, this guy's working. I gotta tune into him just because how many times I'm seeing his name. So like, I don't even think people are really catching that aspect of just looking at it, but I paid attention to that. And I was like, listen, if EPs is a way, I'm just gonna break up the work. I'm gonna give every single a cover art so it's visually stimulating. And
that's the most important thing, I think, in your marketing is your artwork is gonna capture the eye to draw in.
Exactly. So, I just got to salute. That's why I tagged him, because I wanted y'all to link, get familiar.
Yeah.
And when it comes time for you to drop, then he'll put that on his blog, on his site.
Appreciate it. Yeah, he did. He did hit me back. He followed me back and liked me or something. Like I said, it was either Twitter, Instagram, maybe both of them, Facebook. I think he liked the page or something. Or
yeah. So, we plugged in, we tuned in, and I like I said, I was just thinking back, like 5-10 years from now, like where does Ithaca stand as far as like the music, or if we transcend Ithaca and we just say upstate, like where is upstate as a collective?
Upstate is anywhere outside the city, technically.
Yeah.
But technically, it depends, I guess, which region is grinding the hardest. Like, I used to know a lot of artists who were grinding in Watertown, Elmira, too. A lot of artists out there. But you're right. It's about creating an upstate movement. And in the times where there's no shows going on, the big guy still benefits, do a virtual show and sell T-shirts with $5 tickets to a stream. But the local guy who can't go to the local bar, open his suitcase or whatever with his T-shirts and shit, stickers, and just rock a show even with 20, 30 people, 10, 5 people in the crowd and sell a shirt or two. It's tougher times, bro, but I hope we don't have to go to this virtual shit forever. But we were talking about shirts in the stew last night, and I told you, like, I'm not going to go into too much detail about the merchandising or how it went about, but I explained to you the deal. But these are some of my first shirts that I did off the screens.
Yeah, I'm at the cop.
I could have any color shirt. I got gold, blue ink, red ink, fucking yellow ink, black ink, white ink. But
Nice.
just in general, bro, if you want to
How
get
much
that
you
shirt
sell 'em
movement
for?
up, bro, we'll get that going. We'll start getting that rolling. I'll just give you the person who got me hooked up.
Okay.
Easy access.
Go from there.
And dude, you can just do them at home while you're listening to fucking your local podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, the local podcast.
But fucking, yeah, man. I mean, I think you should try to do something also like Teespring, and I think you should put your designs on shirts, have them do the print on demand shit, and just put them in your YouTube links, because I think motherfuckers would just like to even buy the art, even if you're only getting a percentage for now, until you could build yourself up. Do it. Get the screens. Do the screens yourself as the side hustle, but screens are like 1 or 2 colors. If you want like crazy, like your album cover graphics, do like Teespring and just sell like the graphics like that. And then while you're on the side, you can make some like crazy silk screen shit on your own and just boom. Because the brand is made. The music speaks for itself. Next level is just boom, merchandising, support yourself independently. You got the hustle to do it. You got the grind to do it.
Yeah.
Nothing holding you back.
For me, going into next year, I've shattered the oh my god, like I don't have enough feeling out there. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 27. I'll be 28 December 29th.
You're young as shit still, bro. I'm 29, about to be 30. But once you push that 30 barrier, it's all over. But I'm saying you still got time, bro. Most rappers don't make it till they're like 27 through 35 anyway. You know, like the industry might tell you like Drake is fucking 22, but he was really like 28 at the time, you know?
I think 2 Chainz made it at either 33 or 37.
There's a lot of rappers out there that didn't make it till later in life, but even if they did, like my friend Rick, his uncle Noel Gourdine was signed to Mass Appeal, and he's an R&B singer, and he was doing shit, and like the industry was saying he was like 28, but he was really like 34 or 33 or some shit, but it's like, you know, he comes out, he's dressed up, they got the shit on, he's doing a show, like you wouldn't tell. The melanin in the skin keep him looking young. He could be like, yo, I'm 25.
That's a fact. And that's why I was saying, like, I feel like my music, I can dabble in the younger crowd and the adult
100
crowd. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm mindful of the flow choices I use and the words I use to then determine what age groups are listening. You know what I'm saying? If I'm talking a lot of fly shit, if I'm talking a lot of fly shit with bars, and then like the second verse, I'm on my grown man shit, the age group might go from like 19 to 35. You see what I'm saying? Or 40. You know what I mean?
Here's the deal. The way I look at it with you is it touches every range, because you could be spitting the bars for the bar heads, but you also, when you hit them with that, even how you did there in our verse, you hit him with that mid sing and just like throw him off like, okay, he's rapping like this, you know, his Bravo Bicasso and talking about clouds, slice it with Swiss cheese and provolone and all sorts of shit. And then you hit him with the and it's just like, it's a nice break in the verse that like a lot of artists, I'm guilty of it. I rap a little monotone. I go through a verse, I might switch up a couple times, but mostly it's, you know, a little bit here and there. But like that is the stab in the side, like, yo, it's different. But it catches an ear of a listener.
Right. Okay.
And I just don't think a lot of artists do that, dude. Like maybe Kanye, you know, like Jay-Z, Eminem or some shit. But I mean, that's all it takes in a 16-bar verse. It's like a mini bridge inside the verse before the bridge hits later.
True.
It's just a change in the ambiance, a change in the flow. It would be like having Busta Rhymes coming out rapping in Caribbean and then Sean Paul hopping on the beat. It's like, oh, okay. Like Busta's going crazy, but then Sean Paul hit him with this shit, and it was like, but the dance floor is gonna love it, you know?
Right. Yeah. That's true. I mean, owning up to the vibes that we have, man, and I don't know, like I feel like going through graduating college in creative writing, that's just like my biggest weapon. Like growing up, I used to always avoid English class, bro. Not that I couldn't read or
You're
write.
bugging.
It's just it was
I know.
trash, bro. Like
Yeah.
couldn't do it. And in college, funny enough, that's just what I ended up becoming, and I had a knack for it. Like I had writing workshops, screenwriting, playwriting, and just all different variations of writing and structures of like ideas, and it helps. That's why like
I wish, bro.
the clip is unlimited from the beats I buy to the sounds I make. You know what I'm saying? Like life is the constant motivation. So as long as I draw, a breath, I'm gonna always create some dope shit. At least that's me. It's like innate in me. It ain't even so much about trying to prove to
What
anybody,
others? Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I
like,
feel it, bro. I feel
it's
it.
a relaxed state of mind. Like
I've
to
always
be
been
at,
like the same way too. Like I feel like I'm nicer than I could be, and that's the process of learning every day. But like I separated, like I told you last night, like I separated myself from that ego where I just want to like outbar everybody and just want to kind of just have more fun with it, like I used to.
Yeah.
And I agree 100%.
You finish a lot of records faster that way, by the way.
What's up?
Not like you finish a lot of records, in my opinion, faster when you have fun with it.
Well,
like,
I finish records a hell of a lot faster. It's just a matter of quality, or I got to fix my syllables or some shit.
Yeah, I call those line push-ups.
But fucking hold up, yo! I gotta piss right quick. I'm gonna cut the shit out right here.
Yeah.
But hold up, one sec. I gotta take a leak. My God, my fault. Oh. My fault. I never really had to take a piss during a podcast. That's my first time. Hey, Joe Rogan, it's my first time. But yo. Nah. Oh, no, yeah. Say something. Yeah, I hear you. All right. Good. Sometimes that happens, bro. You just gotta like restart the call. The Bluetooth gets fucked up. But
put him back in the case. But nah, like.
But fucking what I wanted to say about your creative writing, dude, and like that's great. Like I never went to college or nothing. I went to trade school. I wish I did go to college, but remember in like 9th grade when school when they made you read like Lord of the Flies or some shit. Is my camera on?
Yeah, I see you.
I don't see myself though. All right, well, it's not showing me on the screen. I don't know, but fuck it. So, we used to read like Lord of the Flies and all these books and shit. And like my 9th grade teacher, bro, Mr. Kelleher, I'll never forget him. But I never read any of those books, and I just like used to write like answer the test, hope to pass or cheat or somehow, or just read the synopsis on the book and then write an essay at the end. And one day I wrote an essay and it was like he gave me a 95% on the test anyway, and he was like, Tyler, like I'll never forget the words, bro. I wish my mom like saved this test. Fuck my first grade spelling test, but this test. He was like, Tyler, this had nothing to do with the story. Absolutely nothing! Exclamation point. But the creative writing was so amazing. You should consider journalism as a career. Like I'm gonna give you the grade. But I was like, I got a 95 on it, and it had nothing to do with the story at all. I just wrote a story. I was like, well, fucking, they were on an island, and da-da-da. But we always had, I don't know if your school did it, but my school for every year in English class for the final, they would give you an independent reading assignment, and like you had to like give a spoken word essay at the end, and then also write an essay or whatever, give a speech in front of the classroom. Every year I made that shit up. Senior year comes, my teacher goes, "Where's your book?" I'm like, it's at home. He goes, "Nah, fuck that. 2 weeks in, like, go to the library, get a new book." I get a new book. I open it up, bro. It's called Notorious Cop. I still have it here to this day. I stole that shit from my high school because I loved it so much. I opened it up. It was '09, so like Biggie movie Notorious just came out. I opened it up. There's a $50 Visa gift card in the fucking... I checked the balance on it. Someone used it as a bookmark, returned it to the library, didn't even know. I was like, "Yo, Big, good looking out, dog." I was like, this is a topic I already know, right? So I'm reading Inside the Killings of Tupac, Biggie, and Jam Master Jay, and I just give this speech. And I'm like, dog, I've seen enough documentaries that even if I didn't read this book, you know that you cannot tell me that I did not do this shit. But I love the book so much, I stole it. They sent a message home like, "Your son's not going to get his fucking report card," or some shit. My mom's like, "You don't know where the book is?" Like, "I lost it, Ma. I lost it. I had that shit hidden. Had to give like the $30 fee to buy that shit. I still got it on my bookshelf."
Trophies.
Man, yo, it's just something, bro. The legends, bro. But the creative writing, like the fact that you got to do that shit, that's dope, bro. I wish I could have did that shit, like a creative writing course.
I crafted a mixtape called "Star from the Satellite" from a script in college. Like once I did that, and then I had to perform the script in front of my class. Like I had to like create characters and all of that. It was just, I was like, yo, like the pen is really infinite. Like from there, I was like, I'm gonna just transfer the ideas from the script into my real life, and then just call that the EP. So in actuality, what I'm gonna do, for Star from the Satellite, is have Anthony Wade. I already have like a good amount of Anthony Wade's beats that I rap to already.
Dude, I might have one of his. Actually, I'm sitting in the vault, which I might need to get you on, by the way, just a heads up.
Like, I just want to put out, because the thing about Star from the Satellite, the first tape, was that, again, it was remixed beats, and like, I think 1 or 2 beats that were original. You know what I mean? But the rest of the tape was remixes that I couldn't monetize. So I'm thinking about rebooting the same concept, but just have original beats. You know what I mean? And then put that as an EP, put that out there. And, you know, me and him can make money. That's the thing too, is that when it's time to publish and put it out on the stream, the people you collab with, they're getting paid alongside with you.
Of course.
And they're getting visibly checked with you. Like, anyone checking for me is checking for everyone else that I've worked with, because all of my work will pop up. So that's why I said, like, for me, I already know I can handle it on my own, crafting a song for myself. Now the goal is to just record with people that I haven't yet. You know what I'm saying? And groom them, whether they need help along the way, or, you know what I'm saying, we just have that record that we can lock into and then lay it up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a sport. Like, I'm like, and to tie it with 607 Sound, like, he has the stat sheet. Like, if I say, yo, check the stats, you can just check that man's vlog, and it's just the receipts of who dropped. And I like that, because it's in your face, on paper. This is what happened at this date and time. What else?
Well,
everybody
dude,
collectively from upstate.
But that brings me back to a little conversation we had last night, and I was talking about the 607 Cypher round 1, and it put me on to a lot of artists who I didn't know, and it put me on to some artists a little bit more so who I heard a couple songs from, like Relly Rel. I heard songs from him, but I said the 607 feature God Level, and I said, like, I noticed her through the Cypher, but then I saw her do like the Quiet Storm video and then a bunch of other shit, and like that put me on to her, and then you guys did your little thing, and that shit was kind of hot, bro. Like that shit was fire. I remember seeing like videos like in the studio when it was going down.
Yeah, you were commenting on that.
But the thing is, you're putting on other people around you as opposed to, you know, like you're already where you are, and you're humble with that. You're not like the type of guy like I'm better than you, da da da, shove it down your throat type shit, which is fire. But you're talking about building up this community of rappers, and that's exactly what you are doing. Even though you might not know you're doing it passively because you're just, the vibe around you is just so positive, dude, and the energy you have within your craft is elevating other artists to kind of step their game up. That makes sense?
Yeah, and that's why I said like I'll be, for instance, like God level, be way before I bought it, you know, and the producer, I think, probably dropped it like a couple years back, but it was still fresh. So, mind you, his catalog, when you go on the beat stars, it's like in the 200s. So that beat is like in the early, you know, archives of his work. And it just goes like when I wanted to buy the beat just for me to stunt on it, because how I buy beats is if I play it and I hear an idea on it, then I know it has something. I mean, I have the words, but I have a new melody now that I didn't have before listening to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you get your favorite on, and you just keep them, you know, in your favorites until it's time to check them out in the cart. So really listening to Sicko perform, rap, and I've been tapped in with her for years. You know what I'm saying? She's advanced and evolved, and we've even talked about the record to hop on.
Dude, what I love about her is she's a barhead. And I don't see that coming out of a lot of rappers who are not to be like, oh, you're a sexist, fucking whatever, but like female rappers don't do that. Like they want to do like sexy shit, but she could kind of make it sound sexy but gritty at the same time. You know what I mean? Like she has that balance to her.
Like, fine-tuned it, I feel, and she, you know, everybody can elevate. You know what I mean? But
oh yeah, 100%.
I felt like with God level was like I bought the beat literally that day. I bought the beat that day. I was at work. I finished the chorus at work, got home, finished the verse at home, and then had probably like a 5 or 8 hour sesh that day after work to go to the studio. And then hopped in the stew. That was the first song recorded. Bounced it, sent it to her email. You feel me? That was that process. It didn't take too long. I didn't overthink it. I didn't over add. Like it was in and out. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I want collabs. If collabs can afford that out of me, that's how I want to collab. Same thing with the All Pain. You sent it already, but I probably didn't have it in my wherewithal to like attack it.
You know what it was, dude? Here's the real story. I sent it to you like in April, shortly after quarantine, because I was just like, we should collab. And I just was like, yo, let me write this shit, record it to him, and I did like 8 layers. I tried to layer it to make it like the pain in the voice. Sent that shit to you, and then I said, yeah, we'll get it done. But I got to do a final mix and add ad-libs. And I procrastinated for a lot during quarantine, but I was also working on a lot of other shit. But then I did tell you again in like September, I was like, I'll have it ready by October, but I had it ready by November instead. But I said I did the final mix on it. I just got to do ad-libs still, which I'm still slacking on. So I will get them done, but I'm going to finish this second 8. You're going to come off me on that second 8, and then like I said, I want you to run crazy with the rest of the hook. Do whatever the fuck you want. And then it fades out, whatever the case. Do your own hook for All Pain. Like I said, here's how it is. When I was texting you before, I said like I kind of wanted to come like a little bit more positive in this. So when you hear the second verse, whatever. Well, come off like how my shit is all pain. It's supposed to be like a very mundane existence. Like, take that shit now and go into the third one and flip it. I want you to flip it and just kind of like do your own hook, but give me highs, give me those harmonies, give me that positive fucking wave that's just gonna wash out all the pain from the previous.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I could do that, and I could practice.
I know you can.
I could practice the hook from now.
I know you can, but I'm saying, I don't care. I don't even want you to necessarily use the same hook. The last hook, it repeats it twice. So just do some shit. If you want to do like one hook and then like kind of bridge it out, there is I think a little bridge on the outro maybe. Do whatever you want. I trust your creativity, and I know I'm not going to be disappointed because it's what you do, bro. It's in your blood. I've been
really locked in with this. Yeah, I've been really locked in with this. Like with that record with Anna, like I voice memoed her, and I was like, "What do you think about?" Actually, no, we were on the phone, and I just had it on speaker, and I was like, "Yo, what do you think about this beat?" Like I had a few options, and I was like, I see her on God level before I called her, but I was like, let me just play her other beat if she not feeling it. And sure enough, she was like, nah, that's the one.
God level shit.
So I was just like, I call this God level, and we about to blast off from here, So,
dude, I love the concept of it because it kind of like obviously like Super Saiyan God. I thought off the jump because it's you I'm talking about, but you had like Android 18 on the track going Super Saiyan too, or some shit like
for Anna. And I just gotta say this because it's like when you're a new artist coming in the game, and even just in New York with the way how artists are treated up here, it's very it's very rough.
Cold shoulder shit
with support, And Anna probably thought that we would never have a record. You know what I mean? Because we talked about recording like 2 years back. I bought beats and everything, but to me personally, I haven't even wrote to those beats to this day because nothing hit, nothing stick, and I moved on to other things. So it's not that I didn't want to collab with her. It's just that I didn't have a concrete idea
of what to do yet.
Strong enough, for us to do our thing. And with God level, it was like no questions. The beat's solid, the flows are solid. Brown his mixing got way better, everything just kind of worked out to where like we just sent her work like that, and she wrote her verse, she took her time, and it wasn't much time at all, and she sent that back, and we just made the adjustments. So it's like honestly for Anna, being that me and her have a record like that out here, it's a big W just because it's a radio friendly record, and it's a record that we both, as artists coming up, can inspire other people to collaborate and make something new and different.
Yo, on
a high level.
Where is she from, though? Is she from Ithaca, per se? Or just surrounding area?
High? She went to Ithaca High, but I don't know if, like, she moved.
All right, I'm saying, you went to high school with her, though? Or like
I know she did.
A year after, I'm saying?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, I know. I'm just figuring because I didn't know, like, because 607's a pretty wide, you got fucking Lucid and shit, like Elmira, 607 still. It's like,
Lucid Borealis?
Yeah, well, I don't know him as Borealis, but I know Lucid as, like, the one that performed with you at Ithaca Fest one year, Lucid.
Yeah, it's Borealis.
Yeah, that's my guy, bro. Like, I do, I did a couple shows in Elmira with him, like a couple shows I was on the sets over at the Bistro.
Yeah, I had a show at the Bistro with him, too.
That's actually how I met dude, was through the Bistro. And my man, Oliver Spitz. I don't know if I ever sent you Oliver Spitz, but Oliver Spitz usually books a lot of shows at the Bistro. And I think that one year when I hit you up and I said I had a show at the Bistro, it was an Oliver Spitz show. And I think I said, yo, if you're not doing anything like last minute notice, come perform or some shit. But it was literally like last minute, like day of notice. Because a couple artists didn't show up, so they had open slots. But I was already at the venue. But fucking, I did a couple shows at Elmira. Nothing too crazy, not too crazy crowds. But like, dog, I forget who said it, but it don't matter if you perform with 100 people, 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people, 5 people. You put a show on, like it's a show because that's what you're here to do. You're an entertainer.
You know what it is too? It's experience points, like the energy you get performing and giving it to the crowd. But even before you hit the stage, like I remember driving to Elmira for Lucid. You know, that was my first time doing that first show, and me and him have that record Clouds and Locked In, and I was just like, yeah, like we have a record together. This is what happens. We have shows together, you know. So like I try to, you know, like from the festivals, I either brought people on stage with me,
Yeah, oh yeah,
or
and I know, dude, I
like,
know he shouted you out for that heavy on Instagram, like after, because I remember like following his Instagram page, and he was like, "Yo, shout outs to my man Brav for bringing me onto Ithaca Fest." Like, you know, like it's an honor or some shit. Like he was happy because that was pretty much a pretty big show for him too, outside like the local bar scene in Ithaca there.
Like, I don't even be thinking about how big the opportunities are to other people. Like to me, it's just
it's your
got a record.
It's your hometown dope. Too, though, bro. You know, like you know what to expect, but if you do put the other artists on, you don't know the impact that it makes in their life.
No, like all of those things are unknown to me. You know what I mean?
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
I was just, I don't know. And that's why I feel like
it's a good thing.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give you a secret too. Like I honestly, I like having other people enjoy themselves rather than I enjoy myself. Like
of course
that's going on. Like it's not me trying to play the humble card. I've always been the kid that just like I'll invite everybody to the party, and then I'll be outside, you know, on the balcony, just like thinking to myself, or like having a drink or a split to myself. And people be like, "Yo, why you sad or something? Like, come enjoy it. Like, we here for you." But there's a window of time that happens where you see everybody enjoying themselves and having a good time,
and you're enjoying.
You can kind of tuck yourself in the shadows and enjoy yourself still.
But you are enjoying it, creating memories, dude. Like you're living in the moment, not taking a picture through the smartphone. But you're living in the moment. Like I told you, bro, it brings back to like the quick conversation we had last night. Like if I'm at concerts, like I hold my phone here, but I still live the show, and then the video is all fucked up because I'm going. And I'm just like, hey, if that's the case, the memory is the video, but I still remember seeing Fred Durst like right here, front row, while I'm in the mosh pit. Like, you know, like I remember doing my first crowd surf with my phone up in the air and almost getting dropped on my head, and some dude like grabbed me by my fucking shirt and like smacked my head from hitting the ground after getting tossed off in the pit backwards. And he's like, "You good, bro?" Then I jumped in the pit, got my hat stepped on, punched in the face. Fucking Rock the Rebellion 2014 during fucking
pit, bro.
I think it was during I forget who the 311 or some shit. I forget who was performing, but a couple times in the pit, bro. But yeah, bro, that's what it's about. You know, you don't really need to take conscious heed to it as much as it's just knowing that your energy is affecting the people around you. You know, and that's it. That's pretty much. You don't need to worry about shit, man. 607 Sounds on the come up. What else you got on the come up? Oh, your shit died?
You give me a little bit better now? Or?
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It went out again?
Yeah, I'm good now though.
But no, I'm saying I know you could hear me is what I was saying, like because I know you're responding to me, but no, fucking dude, like I said, that's what it's all about. Hold up, right quick. I'm gonna show you this shit right quick. Here is the legendary, infamous book in which I speak. Notorious Cop. Still got the well, it used to have the fucking where the sign out sheet was, but I guess it fell out a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yo, this book is really good. Inside the Killings, Jam Master Jay, and it's written by the hip hop cop Derek Parker with Matt Deal. So it's pretty much the guy who investigated the crime scenes of said murders. And he was like, they called him the hip hop cop. Like there he is with like Will Smith and shit. You know,
Wow.
Fucking Tiny Lister and.
I'm glad they got pictures in this.
I don't know. Yeah, look, there's runners, bro. Speaking of Jesse.
Come on now.
Oh, that's actually basketball. It looked like track through the little tiny phone.
Like
I thought they were on the fucking running line, but it's actually basketball. But yeah, bro, I don't know. I'll loan it to you. You can read the shit. But look, right here. Actually, there's the proof. Product of Sachem Public Library.
That's funny.
It's got 50 Cent on the cover. I don't know why. I think they were just like, well, he got shot, so we could put him on a murder thing. But you got Biggie, Tupac, and 50. Like, did 50 shoot Jam Master Jay, motherfucker?
The world may never know.
Maybe Derek Parker knows, but he never told us.
That's a fact. You know, you might have to buy the second book.
Yo, my guy. Yo, it's been real chopping it up. We're definitely gonna do more editions and shit. We're actually coming over 2 hours, pretty much 2 hours.
It's a good amount of time, man. It's a good amount of content. You got a YouTube channel, right?
I
subscribe to it?
Yeah. You're gonna be up on there. I'm gonna ask you one more of these random questions, and this is a quarantine question.
A quarantine question.
It says, during the year 2020. When COVID has kicked in, will Blane Bent come to Earth and be forced to high-five everyone you make eye contact with? Or strike up conversations with at least 5 strangers a day, but we're going to add no mask? So you're going to be forced to high-five everyone you make eye contact with or strike up conversations with 5 strangers a day with no mask.
I'll strike the conversation 6 feet instead of dapping up someone with
doesn't say feet, it just says, hey, strike it up. might be some asshole you bump into in Manhattan and he turns and says, hey, asshole, and pulls down his mask like 2 feet in front of your face instead of 6 feet. You never know, bro. We're New Yorkers, bro.
That's a fact that you mentioned that. That's a fact.
Not New York not upstate hospitality.
Yeah.
But yo, bro, what I do want you to do, I want you to drop like all your links and shit.
Yeah.
Drop all your whatever you got, websites.
Yeah, man, let's get to it. I got websites. I got SoundCloud because I love SoundCloud, so I'm gonna rep that first.
Yes, sir.
You can find me at Blane Bent or Bravo Bicasso. You could even type in Bravo Blane because those are old tags that are in some of my older music, so you could even tag that.
I searched Blane Bent and Bravo Picasso pops up on my Instagram ads anyway. Like both accounts pop up.
Perfect. Yeah, like, and that's the handle for all streams. Blane Bent.
BLANE, no I-N. This ain't Pokemon.
No I.
No Pokemon.
There's only I. No I.
But yes, sir. So Blane Bent pretty much everywhere. Twitter, or handles. Bravo Bicasso. Bicasso.
Bicasso.
Bravo, like bravo. We always give you an applaud around here, motherfucker. You know. Love it. Appreciate you coming on, dude.
Always, man. The pleasure.
Can't wait, dude. The project's gonna drop. Motherfuckers ain't ready for this.
Not at all. Not at all. And big ups to you, man. We'll definitely chop it up and send that 8.
We're gonna be working, bro. Our time is now, and then have the Batman shit just close out right here, you know.